who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
So straight into the action. Played back into the centre. Nice looking ball. Oh, that's clever. Oh, important interception. That's going to go a long way.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Looking for a runner. Al Kubasi calmly anticipates. Now it's Haaland. Bernardo Silva, pass somewhat off target. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot.
There's the shot! And it's a goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they...
Yamal is fouled. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. Rafinha! He's done very well to get to that.
Rafinha clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, good-looking ball. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Balde. De Jong. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. It's a pretty loose pass. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Frenkie de Jong has attained the status of elite midfielder at a tender age. It's very rare you see someone have so much maturity, composure and vision on the ball. One of the best proponents of total football I've seen in recent times.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Haaland! Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Yamal. Rodri. No goals as yet. Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Balde. Chance for a shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
That was some seriously slick play. Pretty much textbook apart from the finish. Very impressive movement.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to...
And a chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, I thought the keeper did well to retrieve that. They work all week on that sort of situation, and he reacted very well then.
Knocks it into space. Oh, now he can run away. And he shoots! Oh, that pass isn't the best. Ambitious ball here. De Jong with a definite foul there. Missed by a fraction. Haaland. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Araujo. And it's Balde. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Yehi. And the pass is intercepted. Well, that is one way to stop him. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Pau Kubasi gets it clear. And that's been won straight back.
Has been indicated.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Now it's De Jong. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And the referee has signalled for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Down to business again. So neither side has yet broken through. Great defending, strong and determined. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Yamal. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And that's going to be a booking. No, he's just misjudged that one. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Rodri. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. It's Rashford! And there's a goal! It is an explosive start to the second half. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have the first goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully. Manchester really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an Marmoush! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Number 20, Bernardo Silva.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Rodri.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Number 47.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
It's Danny Olmo. That's been cut out, well played. Lewis. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Lewandowski. Looking for the run. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Rashford. Reinders. Can he get on the end of this? Just a quarter of an hour to play. Haaland.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That pass has been well intercepted. Now this could be a chance. That's a lovely, neat pass. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's had it nicked away. Foden couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Just eases him off the ball. Now, can they get him away? No, it's come to nothing. Well, there's the clearance. Looking to play him in. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
We're up and running then. He has found the way through. Rodrigo. Vinicius Junior receives it in a good position here. That has not gone well. Delivered in.
That's going in strongly.
Quarter of an hour played. Rudiger cuts it out.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Timber promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Good ball, good take. Oh, he's shot, surely! Goal! Arsenal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal... Can he finish? He's given the time to pick a pass. And it's Ødegaard.
The referee's awarded a free kick.
And no, just off target. He's in a great position here. Always goal side. Chance for a shot! It's hit the upright. And that's a tidy finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Rodrigo duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their...
Shoots! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Bellingham deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Lovely, now then. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's had it taken off him. Saka powering forward here. Threads one in. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Calafiori cuts out the pass. Eze. Ødegaard looking to play him in. Deep into stoppage time. Saka. Nicely aimed pass. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
But it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. Back on the way, Havertz!
Oh, the whistle's gone, what's he given? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick.
Howson did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Howson calmly anticipates. And here's Eze. Looking for the run. He's cut it out. Courtois clears without hesitation. Swung over. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
The attendance for this
Driving
match
on and making good progress.
60,810.
He's got away. Good read, needed to be.
Deftly away. Nice bit of trickery. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. Oh, that was vital. Saka.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he welcomes it in. And he's found a way past. Tries a shot! Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Bellingham.
Good driving.
Takes a shot! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Bellingham clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
That's been intercepted. Arsenal have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Rice. And here's Mbappe.
Vinicius Junior.
Madrid really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Valverde. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. It's a good spell of possession, this. Well timed, excellent interception. Five minutes left on the clock. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Madrid really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Gabriel did just about enough to come out on top. And there's the...
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 8.
Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position.
Well, I think they could do with making this count, especially from here.
Number 10. Eze. Number 36. Zubimendi. Number 41. Rice.
Going for goal!
Coming on the field.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. Oh, really well played.
Number 11, Gabriel Martinelli. Number 16, Norgard. Number 72,
Goulet.
Substitution in progress.
So that's it. It is all over.
Arsenal have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Havertz taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, don't let the word friendly get in the way of a good rivalry. These players certainly won't, Peter.
You wouldn't have thought they would. You've got to expect this to be full throttle, surely.
Yeah, they'll be as strong as usual, but I'm sure these players will commit their all.
So straight into the action.
He is through here. Oh, well played, well played.
Rodrigo.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I would say this guy, Ronald Araujo. You have a real defender's defender in him, Peter. And he may not be the best with the ball at his feet, but...
Decent chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Madrid certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Looking to play him in. That has ended up in no man's land.
Camavinga. And here's Mbappe.
And here's Bellingham. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Valverde! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Camavinga.
Barcelona
Yet to have an attempt on goal.
Now it's Lewandowski.
Tchouaméni.
Madrid
Have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers and they can keep it up late.
takes a shot! It's hit the upright. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
And it's Rashford. Tchouaméni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
That's a good ball out wide. And this is Lewandowski. It's Rashford! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Almost half an hour in now.
Tchouaméni tries to play it through. He has a look up.
Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what? And he's following up!
Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Can he get on the end of this? Good ball, good take. He's got away.
Vinicius Junior!
And he should have made them pay.
Vinicius Junior deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Played out wide. Eric Garcia goes direct.
Out towards the flank.
Rashford. And Yamal.
Vinicius Junior.
Camavinga.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Valverde.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
That's a throw. Rafinha. Out of play for a throw. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. So a temporary halt to the action. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there, we've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So there was the first half.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Casado has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. And this is Lewandowski. Bellingham. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. It's played through for him. Oh, now he can run away with it. Shapes to shoot! It's in!
Well, I'd love to know, Peter, what kind of chin-up the players got in order for that to happen so soon. Whatever was said by the boss, who's looking absolutely pumped on that sideline, really has given all of those players a renewed sense of purpose.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Madrid have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
And he's intervened well there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Rodrigo.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's having a shot!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Yamal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 10, el dorsal 14, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 17. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 7, el dorsal
Rudiger
29,
spots it and intercepts.
el dorsal
Bellingham.
22.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort.
Fernandez, he's through on goal here.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's a sharp little ball here. Bernal, now that's well seen too. Threads one in. Balde. Just eases it, and he shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Shoots! It's in! Do not write them off! Back they come! More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this poses a very interesting question now, Peter. Do they push on to try and win it in normal time? They certainly have the momentum.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Looking for the run. Fernandez is in a really good position out wide. Goulet. Now it's Mbappe. Brahim Diaz. That is good alertness. Howson kept his eye on it, and he's there. Ferran Torres. He's shifting through the gears. There's the shot! Oh, it's close, but there is time for no more. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 3.
Into extra time we go.
El dorsal 18.
Barcelona displayed great resilience to find the late equaliser that's got them here. Now can they go one better? Looking for options for movement. Martin is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Arda Güler. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Now it's Mbappe. Cleared away. Ferran Torres. Oh, that's a key interception. And the return pass. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. He's going for goal! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
It's a promising position. Ferran Torres with the delivery. Howson can get it clear. It's a pretty loose pass. He's Harrier hit! And that's a real chance missed. So that was it, the first period of extra time. Well, nobody wants to settle for this, of course, but everyone is running nigh on empty. Is there going to be a moment to win it? The hostilities have already resumed. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? No, that's been intercepted. Tries to pass it through. Garcia. Fernandez, who's set up one goal so far. Pedri, aimed beyond the defence. And that pass just didn't quite work. Courtois gets it clear. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
But he's cut it out.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He has found the way through. Great vision. And that is that. There is only one way to decide this now. Well, Jim, what say you after all of this?
It's a big well done to both defences for refusing to buckle under the pressure. Fatigue with focus is not the norm.
Players then beyond the point of exhaustion, but there is still one final act to come. So, are we ready? Boy, you can feel the tension. So this one to set the tone. And he duly obliges.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Now it is the turn of the captain. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper.
Well, I think the keeper did very well to stay upright until the very end.
Barcelona with the chance to go 2 up. Of course, 2 up.
Well, this is effectively a very welcome cushion, Peter.
So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. Made it look easy.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
Barcelona are now able to take a giant step towards where they want to be. Oh, it's a really good save.
Well, he felt the goalkeeper outstared him there, which gave him the edge.
We're on to number 3 here. That's a brilliant read. Well, whatever he did, it worked, did it not, Jim?
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge.
Barcelona with the chance to go 2 up. Up by 2. The lead now is 2.
A great position now, but still work to be done.
This to stay in it. Yes, that's how you do it.
It was well disguised. It gave no inkling as to where he was going on that.
This to end it right here. Oh, he's won it all right. So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Barcelona really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, there may be nothing resting on it, Peter, but that's never going to take the edge away, is it? And the players from both sides know that.
Well, it certainly feels that way.
Yes, so while these boys are going to approach this game with their professional hats on, circumstances will extract the aggression.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. He's got away. Timber defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That is ended up in no man's land. Pass somewhat off target. That has not gone well. Now it's Ødegaard. And here's Saka, and he is dashing away. Now Saka! Rodri. And he's in on goal. And he's made sure that's not getting through. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Foden. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Great vision. Now it's Foden. He's found a way through. Cross needs to be good. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Havertz. Now it's Havertz. Foden. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And he's managed to get free. Gets the shot away! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Ødegaard. Rice. That ball looks a good one. Oh, good take and a chance to shoot! Goal! Arsenal!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Calafiori, Eze, and the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's...
Chance, surely! It's got in, and it is an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting. He's one-on-one!
And the finish!
Well taken goal. A goal at a really telling moment. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
It's a promising position. The ball goes in. There's the shot!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Zubimendi. Threads one in. Lewis kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
And a quick reminder,
it is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Arsenal leading, but only just 2 on the scoreline. And so the action is resumed. Timber gets across to intercept that. Looking for the run. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Zubimendi. Eze. Rodri cuts it out. Oh, easy pickings there. Can he get on the end of this? Gonzalez kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, that pass isn't the best. Looking for options for movement. Now he's off and running. And it's Timber. And here's Saka. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Havertz really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Timber. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And here's Havertz. Rodri. It's a pretty loose pass. Lewis. He's had it taken off him. Donnarumma claims comfortable. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Out towards the flank. Foden. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Haaland.
That's going in strongly.
Zubimendi.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
He has found the way through. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Arsenal can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to...
Big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner.
High heaven. Number 12.
He's going for goal!
Number 10.
And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Calafiori. Number 7. Bukayo Saka. Coming on the field.
The final seconds now.
Trossard.
And that is as far as it goes. Arsenal have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans, everyone pumped.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
We're up and running then. Now it's Yamal. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Pau Kubasi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Eze. Tries to play it through. Odegaard! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already.
Now it's Eze. He's shifting through the gears here. Pau Kubasi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Aimed beyond the defence.
Oh, there's a probing ball.
Zubimendi. And that was nowhere near his best.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And he is going into that little black book.
And here's Lewandowski. Timber makes the interception. "15 minutes till half-time. Threads one in. Rafinha in acres of space out wide. That's been cut out, well played.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Now it's Rashford. Eze. Now it's Rashford. Delivered in. Muscular approach does pay off here. And the pass is intercepted. Pass somewhat off target.
Oh, this looks sharp.
All the way back.
1 minute added time.
And that is the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Arsenal just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good.
And there they are. Please welcome our players, everyone. Substitution for Arsenal. Number 29, Kai Havertz. Coming on
So off we go again.
is number 14.
Arsenal currently ahead by the smallest of margins.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And it's Timber. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Rafinha. Rafinha is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he's in on goal. Shot, surely! And that's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
The attendance for this match was
Quarter of an hour into the second half.
52.
There will be a throw-in. Timber. Now the cross. Eric Garcia with the clearance. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, he's bustling through here.
There they go, hunting again.
Lewandowski had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Calafiori did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Just wouldn't stay down for him.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
Saliba. Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. And it's Ødegaard. He's had it taken off him. That's destined for the flank. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, can he get onto this? Engages and forces him off the ball. And he was quick to react. Ferran Torres. Jose. Saka. Gyökeres is flagged offside. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Dani Olmo getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Tries to pass it through. It's Lewandowski! Well taken goal. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Robert Lewandowski. Substitution.
Shifting momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And this is Lewandowski.
Number 4.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Dani Olmo. Saka. Arsenal moments now away from seeing this one out. 5 minutes to add. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played.
Gyökeres! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 33.
So we have movement on both benches.
Coming on the field is number 49, Lewis Skelly. Substitution
Ødegaard.
in progress.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
You that we're expecting traffic to be heavy.
Thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
So we're up and running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva. He's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate, and that...
Chance for a shot!
Quality ball. Semenyo. Valverde. Short changes him with that pass. Rodri aimed beyond the defence. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's got away. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Mbappe, now it's Rodrigo. Chance here to counter. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Tries to play it through. Oh, good take in a good area. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And he's lifted it over.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Muscular approach does pay off here. And he cuts out the supply. Bellingham. Haaland receives it in a good position here. Mbappe.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And here's Rodrigo. Rodrigo! Oh, it's coming. Oh, he's been caught napping. Still goalless. Good running, strong and purposeful. Haaland is onto this. Valverde. Can he get it through? He's in a great position here. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Mbappe. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And it's Camavinga. He'll try from distance! He's scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Madrid are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Rodrigo. This is a promising build-up. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And reclaimed it in a trice. Oh, well measured. Rodri. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Semenyo. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Gehi picks it up from the goal kick. He won't be happy with that one. Mbappe has created one goal already. Now that looks a decent ball. He's picked his way through. There's the shot!
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Mbappe.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Can he finish? And he's stuck it away. And they're threatening to fly away here. And that was and that is all they have time for.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Madrid sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. Back on the way then. Howson cuts out the pass. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous.
Foden, such good technique.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Can he get onto this? Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. Valverde clears it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's had it nicked away. Shot a goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. Howson attempts a clearance. That is ended up in no man's land. And now they can spring out of defence. Haaland. Valverde tries to thread one through. He is through here.
Madrid have
Big chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
A case now of complete control. Rodrigo. Valverde. And it's Camavinga. Now it's Haaland. That is good alertness. Reinders is flagged offside.
Cambio de jugadores.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Time and again they are repelled. Now it's Haaland. He's found a way through. Kovacic. Good ball, good take. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, easy pickings there. Rudiger with the foul.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5, el dorsal 11, el dorsal
Nico
7,
Gonzalez.
el dorsal
He's on it.
8.
Can he get away?
Serán
Oh, he's got a sight of goal.
El dorsal 15, el dorsal 16. El
He's
dorsal
going for
21,
goal.
El dorsal 12.
And he's done very well to deal with it.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back.
And a chance! Well taken goal. And they are right back within touch. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable... That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Knocks it into space. And he's managed to get free. Cross needs to... Impressive jump! And that's a good finish. Right back in the game. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And yes, it's him again. And a really good game is threatening to break out here.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Habrá 6 minutos de
Alexander-Arnold. Great vision.
Alexander-Arnold. The cutback. Matches Nunes. Deals with that comfortably. Haaland is herring after that one. But that has not gone well. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Haaland. Howson does really well to win the ball there. Alexander-Arnold. That's that, the end. Madrid have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
Things already rolling. Now it's Mbappe, looking for options for movement. Zubimendi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he's intervened well there. Now it's Bellingham. He's had it taken off him.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I would have to highlight Zubimendi. It really is amazing how San Sebastian keeps producing these top-notch central midfielders for generations now. They're very hard-working, ball winners, but with some of the silkiest passing skills to keep teams ticking, and he's got it. He's got it all. He's never afraid to drop a shoulder and go through people either.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much.
That's really well manoeuvred.
This is the time you need that pace.
Goes long and straight. Muscular approach does pay off here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicked it back promptly. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That has been cut short. Can he get on the end of this? Rice. Valverde. And here's Mbappe.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
And here's Mbappe. And he's had it nicked away.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now, can they get him away? Now, this could be a chance. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Ødegaard. Takes the shot!
Great effort, but no way through.
Bellingham. He's looking wide. He's on it. Can he get away? He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And once more, the whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Arsenal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Saka, he's had a shot! Oh,
it's hit the post!
Eder Militao.
Gets it clear. Madrid have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Threads one in, and he cuts out the supply.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space.
Rodrigo! Too close for comfort. Good ball, good take.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, that's fabulous. Chance, surely! And yes, it's there! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So we have the first goal.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
And he's picked out the run. Oh, great leap! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's made its way to him. Now he's running away. Mbappe powering forward here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mbappe is onto this. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Goes down, but nothing given. Now it's Saka. And that is out of play.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7 será reemplazado por el dorsal 21. Se va a llevar a cabo.
He's picked his way through. Serves up a cross.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Crossed it again. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Eder Militao
Clears it away.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the...
Whistle's gone, that's foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Brahim Diaz. He's got away. Mbappe. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Trossard. That's been cut out, well played. Arsenal now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
He's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And right near the end, we have parity. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defenders.
Decent chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Trossard. Garcia does really well to win the ball there. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time, so we are still gridlocked.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner, and extra time is next.
So we have movement on both benches.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 24.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Arsenal did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. And the finish! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 6 será reemplazado por el dorsal 37.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Arsenal have got it back and they'll have another go.
Eder Militao.
Over to the right flank. He's shifting through the gears here.
Alexander-Arnold.
Chance for a shot! He's got away with one there. And the shot's on here. Big chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And that has left him in a heap.
And we're halfway through extra time.
So nothing yet in extra time to make a difference. This, the final 15 minutes, for someone to do something. Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left?
Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Back in possession and ready to go again. Alexander-Arnold tries to pass it through.
He's found a way through. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Gyökeres receives it in a wide position.
Oh, that's a fine challenge.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Arda Güler. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And that's it. Oh, good climb! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Two sides absolutely inseparable, and we know what's coming. So we've done it, we've been there, we've gone the full 12 rounds.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
So we're all set, and we all know what is coming. Goulet to go first. That's a brilliant read. Well, whatever he did, it worked, did it not, Jim?
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
Oh, sent him the wrong way.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
This then to level matters.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, and didn't change.
Madueke is the second man to step up for his team. Oh, he's managed to get it through the keeper.
Well, any penalty converted is a good penalty, so he did his bit there.
Madrid are looking to him to tie things up. Oh, it's a really good save. That is how you answer the call.
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge.
Big character, big moment, big save. This for parity. Great penalty, outwitted the keeper.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
Trossard is the fourth man to step forward for them. Oh, and the keeper guessed right too.
I don't think there was ever any doubt, really, Peter. Certainly not in his mind. We're talking about a pressure penalty.
He has saved it, and he has won it. So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end. So, Jim, quite a game, decided in the end, in the only way it could have been.
Arsenal probably deserved that on the overall balance of things, Peter. They always seemed more comfortable, more focused. They weren't fazed by the prospect of penalties. I would say a job well done.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, I played in a fair few derbies, Peter, and in my time, derbies were derbies.
Well, I had a feeling you might say something like that, Jim.
Well, for this one, while I'm not expecting a fully fledged derby, it will be very combative, very competitive at least. It can't be anything else.
Bellingham! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And here's Rodrigo. Pau Kubasi defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Lewandowski. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. He's had a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. How very smart. He just got it right.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Shot, surely! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Vinicius Junior. This is a promising build-up. Oh, he's been flattened there. And it's been hooked away. Now it's Rashford. He can run onto that. He might be in here. Oh, it's Lewandowski! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
He's gone for goal! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Yamal makes a dash for it, and the through ball. Rudiger. Madrid have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Camavinga. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now that's well seen too. Valverde. And here's Lewandowski.
Lewandowski really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's had it taken off him. Rafinha. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Courtois sends that a long way. He is through here. Tries to pass it through. Lovely ball. Rashford! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. That's a little off target. Eric Garcia does really well to win the ball there. Balde. Now that looks a decent ball. He's picked his way through. Played in.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Barcelona go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Barcelona just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. The second half is up and running.
Barcelona can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
And here's Mbappe. And here's Rodrigo. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Rodrigo clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything.
Takes a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Lamine Yamal deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
No, again there's no way through. Pass is just off target. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Vinicius Junior. Just about up to the hour now. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to...
Mbappe!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the
Chance for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Rodrigo, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Valverde is standing over this one. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. Mbappe! Not a bad try by any means.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And it's Bellingham. Tries to play it through. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
That has ended up in no man's land. Now this could be a chance. And a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5, el dorsal 7, el dorsal 8 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15, el dorsal 21, el
Well
dorsal
timed,
12.
excellent
Cambio de
interception.
jugadores.
Quality ball. Camavinga. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rudiger gets over and intercepts. Camavinga. Can he get on the end of this? He's on it, can he get away?
Madrid really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's definitely onside. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine... And that is it, the referee has seen enough. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Rashford taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Barcelona really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim, but...
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even, and that's not a bad thing.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I'm a huge fan of Bukayo Saka. Someone always praised for his versatility, his attitude and his cleverness around the pitch. He has the potential to excel in all positions across that front line. But I'd personally like to see him as part of a front three. I think he operates best in that area.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And he's being shifted off it. And that's a good ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Calafiori. Oh, strongly challenged there. Yamal making good progress on the right-hand side. That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now there's... Can he finish? Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Driving on and making good progress. And he's lost his man here. Ødegaard. That's going up. He leaps for it! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Raya. Plays a sharp little ball here. Swing. Gyökeres! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Well taken goal. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
He's had a shot! And there's a goal!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Just one in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And he thumps it clear. Now that looks a decent ball. That looks a good ball through. And he is dashing on. Chance for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Yamal! Now that was a full-blooded header.
No complaints about his effort and commitment. He just needs to start heading in the right direction. You get my drift?
That's been cut out, well played. Saka delivers the ball. And the referee has signalled for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Arsenal are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. The second half is up and running. Calafiori getting forward. Keeper's got good distance on that. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Yamal.
This is the time you need that pace.
And this is Lewandowski. Arsenal can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Ødegaard. That is ended up in no man's land. Couldn't squeeze it through. And he cuts out the supply. Casado. It's a pretty loose pass. Eric Garcia gets across to intercept that. 60 minutes played. Arsenal have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Koundé tries to clear. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Casado. Rice concedes a free kick for that.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 10 será sustituido por el dorsal 7. Cambio de jugadores.
Gabriel. Raya sends that a long way. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Now it's Saka. That looks a good cross. Great ball, Eze! Rafinha. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 11 será reemplazado
Dani Olmo.
por el dorsal 20.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Rashford proves too strong. White. And the return pass. Raya. Havertz.
Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And it's Ødegaard. Ferran Torres. Aims beyond the defence. Knocks it into space. Ødegaard. Ødegaard going forward. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And a chance!
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
He's having a hit! A real chance and a real let-off. Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Well, that is one way to stop him. Merino. Trossard. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that will be the final act. Arsenal pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Arsenal perfectly played the hosts and the crowd. They set up to frustrate and stifle, but they were relentless whenever the opportunity presented itself at the other end. A cracking away day.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Se ruega a su madre que acuda a recogerlo a la puerta 21.